Hey guys, this is EcksToo. Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play PUBG Road to a Chicken Dinner, where I try to win my first ever solo third-person perspective game of PUBG. I hope everyone's doing well. It's been a few days, or probably over a week now since I uploaded my last episode. I've been super busy with personal stuff. I haven't uploaded quite as much on the main channel, but that's all going to change starting today. If I say quite as much, I think I took 2 days off. But I've also messed with some of the settings on here. Hopefully things look a little bit better. I think I finally fixed the issue that was causing some sort of low resolution, some pixelation. I think I had my bit rate a little messed up. But we're also today going to talk about something that's just came down the pipeline from YouTube HQ in regards to monetization for smaller channels. I am, as some of you guys may know, if you follow my main channel, a full-time YouTube creator. I do YouTube for my job. So we're going to play some PUBG. I'm going to talk about YouTube, and yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think, not only about the game, but also the changes to YouTube down in the comments. I've been, at times, a vocal supporter and critic of YouTube, although I find myself more often than not, at least when compared with the rest of the population, fairly supportive. Now, to be fair, I might be biased because I'm getting to the point where I would consider myself at least a medium-sized channel, and I make my living off YouTube. So it's very possible that I am somewhat biased, and I guess that should be clear right off the bat. But like the Logan Paul thing, I knew that that was bad, but I didn't necessarily criticize YouTube for how they handled that. The demonetization thing sucks. But to be honest, YouTube as a platform is in what I consider to be a very sensitive stage where the site needs to ensure viability moving forward. That's something that I've said over and over again. Last year, I think it was in March, that we saw what could happen if advertisers pull out. I was just starting in my channel at that point, so I didn't have much revenue to compare it to. But I mean, I was making hardly anything, and I was pulling in pretty decent views, especially for a channel of my size. And that's not this channel, that's my main channel, EcksToo, for those who are new. But yeah, so I was pulling in decent views, but the money was down, and it just showed how finicky advertisers can be, and that sucks, but that's not necessarily YouTube's fault. So the site, I feel, basically has been trying to prevent something like that from happening again. Like, oh, it's just water. They need to protect their creators, both big and small, and do what's ultimately best. So to ensure that people like me and like creators smaller than me and larger than me can continue making a living on the site moving forward. Because without creators, there is no YouTube. YouTube's the second largest site in the world, the second most visited site in the world, largely because of creators. I mean, totally because of creators. If you think about it, sure, there's the Jimmy Kimmels and the Jimmy Fallons, or all the late night TV Jimmys, but they're not what keeps people coming back. It's the Philip DeFrancos and the H3H3s, and even the Jake Pauls, and hopefully YouTubers like me and Space Doc and Star Wars Explained and Templin Institute, Bombastic, Gluten Slayer, all those guys are really the true lifeblood of YouTube. And everyone that I just mentioned is what I'd consider to be, I mean, all of the Star Wars YouTubers are basically in the, we're the middle size. We're not nearly as big as an H3H3, or Jake Paul. They're the whales, and we're not even as big as the gaming channels. So, and we're the type of people that if something happens to ad revenue, if ad revenue just goes down the toilet, like if ad revenue disappeared tomorrow, if advertisers were gone for a month, me with my family in my house, I wouldn't be able to continue doing what I do, certainly not full time. Now, all of this is kind of completely separate from what's happened recently, and if you don't know what that is, I will explain that. Basically, when YouTube first started to monetize your videos, well, at the very beginning, monetization was not possible. And then they introduced what was called the partner program. And I remember applying for this way back in oh geez, it must have been 2008 or 2009. I had a very small channel, but to be honest, back then you could upload basically anything and you get 1,000 views because the competition just wasn't there like it is today. But yeah, I had a very small channel. I had a couple of videos that hit 5 figures, one that hit 6, but that was only after 10 years of being on the site. I applied for monetization. I was denied, as I should have been. But back then it was an. I think I just heard something. Back then it was an exclusive club for who could make money off YouTube. And then they changed that. At one point, I believe they just made it so you had to just have a standard amount of views. I think it was 25,000 views. And again, this is all basically. This was after Google bought YouTube, I believe, but it was still like this was a very long time ago. Basically, like this was ancient history on a YouTube standard. So it was like that for a while, and then for a long time they made it so everybody, no matter how many views you had, like this must have been the way it was for 4 years or more. No matter how many views you had, you could monetize your video. You could basically you could upload a video first time, and they would display ads on it. That was the way it was up until last year, I believe. And so what happened was there was the whole PewDiePie situation, and among other things, there were fears that ads are being displayed on ISIS videos, and apparently there was proof of such. So advertisers started getting a little scared, and a lot pulled out. Some of the big ones, from what I understand, pulled out of YouTube. They stopped spending ad revenue, stopped spending ad money, and the site just lost, like creators like me lost basically a lot of the revenue because, it was like Pepsi pulling out. Pepsi's not serving ads anymore on your videos, so you can imagine what that's like. Sorry, I just concentrating for a second. So in response to that, what YouTube did is they instituted a new policy where there's no right to monetization. You don't get to start an account and be monetized immediately, which I think is actually fair. So what they did is you need to get 10,000 lifetime views for monetization. Now, 10,000 lifetime views is very, very little. There are likely big channels that get. I know that this isn't exactly making me seem necessarily understanding to the plight of new YouTubers, but there were big channels that would get 10,000, probably get 10,000 views a second at times. And again, that's not normal or anything, but 10,000 views is achievable by anybody. Anyone can get 10,000 views. If you work hard enough, if you're uploading consistently, you can get 10,000 views. Anyone who had previously been accepted into the partner program, so in other words, anyone who had already had videos monetized, who had an account older than a certain age, essentially, and I think you had to click a box, basically, to start monetizing your videos. Anyone who would reach that level was able to kept their monetization. Anyone starting new or who previously wasn't partnered had to reach that 10,000 views, and then also, there was like a review process on YouTube's end. So to use my own channel, for example, my Eckhart's Ladder channel, although I did only actually start uploading on that channel in March or so. So I guess that still would have been before, but say I'd only started uploading in June after the new changes came about. Because I already had a channel, the channel that I had existed since my main channel existed since my main channel existed since about 2014. I don't know why I stuttered there. It existed since 2014. I'd been uploading just, like I'd play whatever, nothing seriously, basically more as a place for me to keep stuff. Like I uploaded a couple of games of Sins of a Solar Empire, stuff like that. So even if I hadn't reached the 10,000 views, when those new changes came into effect, my channel would have remained monetized. Because I'd already been there, basically. I'd already been to the show. They weren't taking it away. So there was still some kind of pushback against that, largely because I think people feel like I don't know why I picked those leather gloves up, but I think people feel like small creators were being punished because someone like PewDiePie said, I forget what it was. I think it was Nazi stuff at this point. Although much of that seems to be fabricated. Some of it was legitimate criticism. Some of it wasn't. But creators were more or less feeling like, well, why are us small creators struggling due to the actions of a creator who makes literally tens of millions of dollars, perhaps, but at least millions of dollars a month? A lot of frustration there, understandably. But something needed to be done to, and I've said this continually, something needed to be done to ensure basically that the platform would be viable moving forward, that advertisers would have some faith that YouTube was doing what they could so their ads wouldn't run in front of either objectionable content or copyrighted content, or ISIS beheading videos, which would fall into objectionable content, or anything else. Advertisers probably don't want their stuff being ran in front of a blank screen, for example. Advertisers don't want their stuff being run in front of violence or hate speech, stuff like that. So that's where so one of the reasons why YouTube implemented this 10,000 views threshold was because anyone could start a YouTube channel, upload one video, and that's that, and then monetize it. Advertisers now have their ads running in front of who knows. The amount of stuff that's been uploaded to YouTube is insane. Pretty sure any objectionable thing that you can imagine has been at one point or another been in a YouTube video. Let's just check this room out. So yeah, that was the impetus behind that decision, and I agree with that. I think that although it does have an effect on small creators, and I was one of, I know how hard it is to start a YouTube channel. People say, well, you're a big YouTuber now. You don't understand the plight of us smaller YouTubers. And the thing is, I do, because this is only one YouTube channel you're seeing. I made attempts to start a YouTube career before. I mean, when I was a kid, who didn't? Even when I was a young adult, who didn't? So, and also another thing, getting 100,000 subscribers doesn't suddenly mean that you're a big YouTuber who is totally unaware of the plight of what's going on and unaware of basically the YouTube ecosystem. It's not like once you get 100,000 subscribers, YouTube starts sending you $1 million check every month. There are YouTubers with 100,000 subscribers and far more who are struggling. And to be honest, am I struggling right now? No, I'm not. I'm doing fine. I had a great month last month. This month has been super slow, but I will be fine. So I'm not trying to say also that I'm suffering just as much as the little guys are, because objectively I'm not. And I'm not having my income source taken away. So some of what I say perhaps isn't necessarily relevant, or perhaps shouldn't be. Someone called me privileged when I commented. I said I thought this was a good idea, and someone said, well, you're privileged. And that is partially true. I think that maybe my opinion shouldn't be dismissed because of the fact that I am a medium-sized YouTuber, but my position and the success I've had on the platform does need to be remembered. But I'm going to try to, that doesn't mean... One thing that I want to say is that YouTube doesn't hate small creators. And I'll get to the most recent changes now because I haven't actually talked about that, but I will address that in just a second. The idea that YouTube hates small creators I find to be somewhat ludicrous. YouTube doesn't hate small creators. In giving up this revenue source and not monetizing channels before they hit however many views, YouTube is losing a huge source of income. Huge. Most channels on YouTube are, and again, so I guess I should explain. YouTube last night basically said that, well, we're changing our rules again. Now, in order to monetize your videos, you need to reach 1,000 subscribers, which is a fairly significant milestone. 1,000 subscribers and 40,000 hours of view time? Hours watched? which I don't know how significant that one is. I feel like that's like if that's 100,000 views maybe. So it's a fairly it's without sugarcoating things, it's a huge jump in requirements when compared to what YouTube was requiring before. 10,000 views, like you can easily do that with one video. You can hit 40,000 hours of watch time with one video, especially if it goes viral. But getting 1,000 subscribers, that takes some consistent effort. So new creators and creators who are, putting a lot of time and effort into YouTube now won't necessarily be able to monetize their content. First of all, that sucks. I do understand the frustration people have with that, because it sucks to be putting all this effort into your videos and not making anything. I know what that's like. I've had a few of my most popular videos have at times been copyright flagged. I haven't faced demonetization. Like, I'm just trying to be quiet so I can hear if anyone's approaching this crate. I haven't faced demonetization like I know a lot of creators have, so I'm not necessarily going to weigh in on that. But it's frustrating, I understand. But YouTube is losing a lot of money by doing this. Like, if they didn't have to worry about advertisers being finicky, they could put ads on every single video being watched. Oh, look. They could put ads on every single video being watched, and that would basically just be what's best for them. I'm just going to try to survive this engagement before I continue talking. Oh. Gotcha. I'm surprised I got that guy. He seemed like he had some sort of sniper rifle. Anyway. Oh, well, he must have... Hopefully it's that guy that... Let's be quick. Oops. Open my Steam overlay there. Let's see. Oh, no, it wasn't him. Somebody else took that. Must have taken that thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to concentrate. I'll get back to the conversation in just a second. Spending way too much time looting. Okay. Oh, wait. Let's just get that frag grenade. So, like I was saying, as I probably am going to die here. What is it going to get? Oh, that frag grenade. I must have picked it up. Oh, there it is. So, oh, he did so much damage because he shot me in the head. So yeah, YouTube's... What would be best for them would just to monetize as much content as possible. But we've seen now that they tried that. That's not working for advertisers. And that seems like in the long run, it would seriously damage the ecosystem that YouTube has going. So what they've been forced to do now is limit the content that they serve ads on. That means that there are videos, you upload a video of your dog playing Frisbee, it's not going to be monetized if that's your first video. That video could hit 10 million views. It could go viral, hit 10 million views. You're not making a cent on it, but neither is YouTube. Being monetized, not being monetized means that no ads are being run. It doesn't mean that ads aren't being run for you, but YouTube's still getting the money. It means that no ads are being run, period. And like I said, that's not in YouTube's best interest in any tangible... Oh, crap. Crap, get down. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff here. Someone's got to have an SKS or something. Nope. Okay, let's just loot quickly then. I like how I'm basically doing YouTube talk with PUBG mixed in and moments of silence when I get stressed out. I can never have enough painkillers. Please no one quote that out of context. But, so, how should you feel about this as a small creator? What are you losing out on? Let's look at the positives and the negatives of this, the action that YouTube's taken here. And there are positives and there are negatives, just like everything. And I truly believe that YouTube is not doing this to harm creators. I think that they're doing this because ultimately it's what's best for the majority, for YouTube as a whole. Smaller creators are being hurt. Let's talk about what it takes to get to 1,000 subscribers and 40,000 minutes watched, and what realistically you're losing out on. So 1,000 subscribers is, I believe, a realistic goal for anybody doing YouTube. Anyone doing YouTube can reach 1,000 subscribers if they take it seriously. Even if you're only uploading gaming content, if you take the time to comment on it, to upload regularly and everything like that, you can reach 1,000 subscribers. It might take a while. It might take a year. It might take 6 months. But I see people complaining that they've worked so hard on their channel only to have that all taken away. And then I look at their channel and it's like they've uploaded 3 times in the past 6 months. Those people are not... YouTube has decided that those people will suffer. And to be honest, I kind of understand that. I don't want anybody to suffer, first of all. But if you're not willing to put the effort in and work for some time without making money, then I don't know. That was stupid. So if you work hard and you really make an effort into your YouTube channel, I believe that by the time it takes for you to get 1,000 subscribers, you will have lost out on some money, but it'll be in the 3 digits. So $100, at most a few hundred, but nothing more than that. Getting to 1,000 subscribers is not easy. I'm not trying to say that it is. It's actually very difficult. And I'd say, 95% of YouTube channels never get to 500 subscribers, let alone 1,000. I remember when I got to 500, I made a video because I thought it was a really big achievement. And you know what? It was a big achievement. But it's doable with hard work. And YouTube is essentially saying with this that only creators who are serious about making money are the ones who will be making money now, or who are serious about treating YouTube as something more than just a place to upload videos, or as, whatever else. Now, that doesn't mean that doesn't suck to not make money for what you're doing in the meantime. Will you spend that year or that 6 months or that 3 months or that 2 weeks to get 1,000 subscribers? That still sucks. But I've seen so many people say that all my motivation to do YouTube is gone. If your motivation was only to get that $100 or so or that $200 or even that $1,000, then you were doing YouTube for the wrong reason, I believe. And if you can't continue to work, notwithstanding the fact that you've now lost this little bit of money, or even a bit of money, then I don't think YouTube is for you. You can be angry about it. You can be frustrated that you're missing out in the meantime. But if that kills your desire to do YouTube, then I don't know. I just think that if that's all that you're doing it for, then, and you can't understand why it needed to be done and how it will benefit or at least how they're trying to benefit. Whether it will or not, I guess, is up for debate. But like the whole tear YouTube down party, I don't know if that's an actual hashtag. It's just one that I made up. And everything like that, I think is just, it's a bit much. Okay, what are we gonna do, guys? My advice to those who are frustrated is to keep working. Try to get that 1,000. Try to get that 1,000 subscribers. It's gonna be tough. It might take a while, but when you finally do, the YouTube that you will have you'll join will be healthier than it is now, and your opportunities will be greater. This is gonna kill, like people have said, this is gonna kill the motivation for some small creators, and that's unfortunate. But if you can't, I feel like you should. If you're frustrated right now, you should be, but you should also try to work through it. YouTube is a job. Like for me, YouTube is a job, but it did start out as a passion. And when I started, did I think maybe I could make some money from this someday? Yes, of course I did. I didn't think it was likely, but I thought it. But I don't know. I feel like if it's a hobby, you should be okay making it and realizing that eventually, if you continue to do the hobby, you will make some money off of it. If it's a job, you should realize that every job has a barrier to entry. Let's just wait till he loots that guy, if he does. He's just going to leave him. Not in a great spot right now, but it could be worse. Is he going to do it? He did it too quickly. I don't want to shoot and give my position away. Especially where I've got a bolt action rifle. I've got one shot to kill him. He's got a level 3 helmet. And I missed. I think I hit him once. Maybe the blue will get him. Ah. I lost sight of him when I was trying to reacquire my target. Oh, there he is. Oh, crap. That's a thing that just happened. I should have expected that. So, oh wow, it's somebody who looks like right in front of me. There I am. Focused on that guy, far away. He killed me with a pistol too. Jesus. Wonder why he did that. Oh, just because it was silenced. Ballsy. All right, let's do one more. So yeah, if these 1,000 subscribers that you need are killing your desire to do YouTube, I feel bad for you. Let me guess. I need a key for this. I don't know. I do feel bad for you, but like I don't know what to say other than you're losing out on a few $100s at most. If you don't think you can take it to the next level, then it sucks, but you can cash out your AdSense now that you've accumulated and stop trying, or you can just accept it and do it for fun and realize that you're losing out on the beer money that you're making every week. But things are messy on YouTube right now, and it's big creators are screwing us up. Small creators uploading live streams of Simpsons episodes or whatever else, or Vine compilations, are hurting YouTube. It's all hard. Hopefully this helps things somewhat. I do think it will have a chilling effect on people who start small channels and just spam content, because getting 10,000 views with spammy content is easy. Getting 1,000 subscribers, I think, is much harder. It also will, on the other side, probably increase the rate at which people buy subscribers. But YouTube, I think, is fairly good at detecting that. I don't know how expensive it is to buy 1,000 subscribers, but I imagine it is fairly expensive. People are doing sub for sub. I've seen on Twitter and on Reddit, people are doing sub for sub. Ultimately, if you're thinking about that, listen, if you're a creator thinking about doing sub for sub, just do not. That will kill your channel, and the 10 cents or the $5 that you make, because you can be monetized, if you're even able to get however many subs you need, will not be worth it. Because you're going to have the first video you put out when you get your 1,000 subscribers is going to get 20 views. And the YouTube algorithm is going to look at you and say, well, this person produces crappy content. I don't think, you know what, I think these are all the AFK players. Oh, did I just lose sight of them? Someone told me that they played a game and they just jumped along with all the AFK players and they got 6 kills right off the bat. Could be fun. But I don't have anyone near me. So yeah, I urge you not to take that route, because it won't be good for your channel. It just really won't be good. And being monetized for the sake of monetization is not worth it. You can build a healthy channel. By 1,000 subscribers, you can have a fairly healthy channel. You can be making a few hundred views each video. But do this sub for sub crap, and your channel is gonna, for one, YouTube knows and will, well, that was unexpected. YouTube knows and will eventually remove those subscribers. If you're unlucky, they might actually give you a channel strike. So they'll be gone anyways, and then you'll just be back where you started. Just my thoughts. Again, I know I'm in a somewhat privileged position here, but I don't know, maybe I'll make if you guys are interested, maybe I'll make a series on how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. Maybe I'll do that after I record this. I think that could be something fun, because I know that a lot of people are frustrated and are worried. So I've kind of, last night when the news came out, I was being like, I wouldn't say aggressive, but I was arguing that this was the best move. And the thing is, I'm arguing against frustrated people. I'm arguing against people who just lost their money. So ultimately, I think that that's not helpful. So I think instead I'm going to try to explain how to find success, or how I found success and how you might be able to as well. I think that would be a lot more pleasant for everyone, including myself. And just honestly, I think it'd be more helpful. Telling people not to complain about it when they've had some of their livelihood taken away ultimately is not helpful. So yeah, maybe after this I'll record a video, a second video from my second channel on how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. We'll see what kind of time I have. Still have to do my video for the main channel too, so we'll see. Maybe that, if I do make it, maybe it'll even come out before this, because these PUBG videos take a while to render and premiere. I think because the video file ends up being somewhat large and in charge, but not in charge really, just large. All right. I need a ride. I think I gotta go pretty far. Yeah, I do. Well, I'll check out some places on the way, but I need to get down into the circle. I like that I do have the freedom on this channel to do a video like that. And yes, it won't be monetized because that's the other thing. So my channel did, because I wasn't really starting from scratch, I had the main YouTube channel to drive traffic here. And my Discord and all my social media and stuff. I hit the 10,000 views relatively quickly, but there's a secondary like review process that YouTube does, and that has been taking forever. I think I've been stuck in that for at least a month, maybe up to like 2 or 3 months. I can't remember exactly how long it is, but it's been a not unsubstantial amount of time. Let's just keep what we got. Can I put this on? Nice. So yeah, hopefully that's one thing that this new system kind of helps improve, because I know they've got a serious backlog. I mean, I'm not really worried about making money on this channel because I kind of just do it because I enjoy it. I will, to be completely honest, I will 100% monetize it when I get the option to, but until then, I'm not super concerned. Let's just check out this other place, then we'll get the Jeep and or the truck and keep going. Shame I died that last round. Nice to get a top 10 finish, but be nice if I could find a couple health packs. Maybe a better primary assault rifle. I don't really like the M4 very much, or the M16A4, I should say. I like the M4. The M4 is good. The M16 I don't really like. Although it seems to have pretty good stopping power. All right, let's get that truck and skedaddle. I don't know if I need gas, but I'm gonna grab this anyway. Frig. Well, that's not good. Let's do one. Actually, I was gonna say let's do one more, but I'm gonna call it at that. I think I'm gonna record a video about how to get your first 1,000 subscribers. I think some of you guys might find that helpful. Alright guys, until next time, this has been Eckhart's Ladder. Hope the video quality was good. I hope you guys didn't mind me rambling about something just completely... I know some of you aren't interested in YouTube politics or drama. Some of you are. I don't think I'll ever be the channel that talks about people on YouTube, but the system itself, how it works, I find very interesting. The one thing I didn't mention yet, but I meant to, is that people have been saying that YouTube doesn't promote non-monetized videos, and that it affects discoverability in both search and recommended features. That's completely false. YouTube has confirmed that that's completely false. They responded to me on Twitter yesterday saying that that's completely false. I retweeted it. You guys can check that out. But so if you feel like you're not going to be able to have your YouTube videos get out there anymore because they're not monetized, that's not something you actually have to worry about. Just worry about making good content, and you'll find success. Anyway, guys, until next time, this has been Eckhart's Ladder. May the Force be with you.